Procrastination stops you from performing the necessary tasks, achieving your goals, becoming successful. Makes you unsatisfied, frustrated, and miserable. Or doesn't it? Hi guys, I'm Evgeny Liseev, and today we're gonna talk about procrastination. What it is, how it happens, and of course, what to do about it. Over the last few years, I was constantly looking for ways to improve my productivity. I knew that the more effort and time I put into practicing something, the better I become at it. Be it studies, chess, or other activities, I knew the more I train, the better I get. But the problem always was, I was lazy. I often thought, starting on Monday, I'm gonna be super productive, at least 8 hours per day of deliberate practice, and as a result, I'm gonna be one of the best at basically everything I do. If it was on Friday that I thought about this genius idea, it was even better. Because, okay, on Monday, everything's gonna change once and forever, and now it's still Friday, so I have the whole weekend ahead of me just to have fun, playing video games, meeting with my friends, and doing whatever I want, laying on the sofa thinking about my beautiful life, which is gonna start on Monday. The weekend was great and fast at the same time. And then Monday came along. And I thought, okay, now it's time to push, it's time to start, I'm super productive, and so on. But as you might guess, this new life didn't last long. In the worst case, maybe just one day. In the best case, maybe a couple of weeks, but afterwards, soon enough, everything went to where it started. Moreover, I was really blaming myself for not being that productive, for being lazy, for just wasting the time for nothing. But still, somehow couldn't get myself together. Even though in the evening, if I really had a very productive day, I felt great, I felt happy, I felt satisfied. It was like a feeling that I'm doing the right thing. But despite all of that, I still couldn't force myself to be really productive. I knew that this is exactly the thing I have to do right now at this concrete moment, but somehow I thought, okay, it's so overwhelming, let me just do something else for just a few more minutes and then I will definitely start, 100%, there is no excuse, I'm gonna do it, right? Or maybe, yeah, okay, 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna start. Put a like if this situation seems familiar to you. I played chess since I was 6 years old, and among other things, being a chess player gives you one perfect opportunity to procrastinate. Namely, it's bullet games. It's a type of games when you just have 1 minute for the entire game. So basically, all of the moves are made instantaneously. And once the game is finished, you can immediately start a new one. So in the beginning, it might seem harmless, like just 2 minutes, what can go wrong? But of course, it's almost never just one game, and you might guess how it usually happens. Hey, aren't you supposed to make this new video about how productive you are? Sure, just one more game and I'm gonna do that, no problem.
2 hours later.
So, I guess the video is ready and now you're just celebrating playing another chess game, right? Yeah, I was doing pretty much all of the required tasks from me. I improved in pretty much all of the fields in my life, step by step, little by little, but still I felt that I could do more. I could have achieved more if I would be just more productive. So I have decided to change my approach. And you know what? It really worked. In the end of the day, it helped me to become an international master in chess, to learn 2 foreign languages, and now learning a third one, Italian, to get 2 university degrees with honors, and now to successfully study in one of the top German universities. But before diving into what exactly I have changed to achieve all of that, let's dive for a minute into what science say about procrastination. Investigators have defined procrastination as lack or absence of self-regulated performance and the behavioral tendency to postpone what is necessary to reach a goal. Moreover, procrastination is not just a time management problem, it's a complex process that involves cognitive, affective, and behavioral components. Procrastination is a pretty common phenomenon affecting a substantial part of adults as well as university students. It leads to low academic performance, high level of stress, depression, and poor physical health. It seems to have particularly serious consequences for university students, as their lives are characterized by frequent deadlines. Research suggests that students that rated high in terms of procrastination not only got worse results in terms of their academic performance, but also showed a higher level of stress as well as poor self-rated health. Now that you have heard a lot of scary things about procrastination, I guess you deserve some good news. Namely, procrastination can be good for you. It can be beneficial for you. What? You have just basically told us that procrastination destroys our whole life, and now you're saying it can be good for us? Are you crazy? Good point, but no, I'm not crazy. Well, besides the fact that I might be talking to myself right now. Anyway, procrastination can really be beneficial for you, and science confirms it. But, well, I guess you knew that one but is going to happen, but under one condition. You have to be an active procrastinator. Science differentiates two types of procrastinators, active and passive. Both types tend to postpone the tasks they have to perform till the last minute. Well, otherwise they wouldn't be the procrastinators, but this last minute is exactly the point where those two types differentiate. Namely, active procrastinators are motivated by the feeling that deadline is coming, so they are pushed to perform their task, and they perform it not only in time but also with high quality. This stressful event motivates active procrastinators. They mobilize all of their resources to perform actually the task, and not only to do it in time, but also maintaining the high quality. At the same time, passive procrastinators are overwhelmed by the situation as the deadline approaches, so they fail to perform the task and at the end of the day feeling depressed. So, all of the negative effects of the procrastination seem to apply rather to this type of people, whereas both active and non-procrastinators seem to have good results maintaining a healthy psychological state. I've experienced a lot being an active procrastinator in my life. Being a university student, I obviously have a lot of deadlines to meet, a lot of tasks to complete, and of course a lot of good grades to get. Like, if I already study, I should strive for the high quality result. Otherwise, what is the point of living your life enjoying some mediocre performances? Coming from the sports background, I have always strived to achieve the best possible result. I mean, I have heard a lot of people saying, come on, who cares what kind of grade you're gonna get? Well, I care, and that's enough for me. Of course, the most important thing is those valuable knowledge and practical things that I get, as well as the person I become in the process. But still, if I invest some time, effort into doing something, I have to get some results out of it, and moreover some great results. It's not like this approach has no drawbacks, as obviously not always our life goes the way we want it to be, but I still think that's the most appropriate one. It's important, of course, at the same time not to go crazy about the thing, not to overdo maintaining the right balance. By the way, I have made a video which is specifically dedicated to the question of balance in our life. I share some tips how you can achieve some great professional results, but at the same time having a fulfilled, fun personal life. The link should be in the description or should appear somewhere here. So, back to the topic now. Here are a few main tips that helped me to be productive despite loving to procrastinate and enjoy a lazy life. Tip number 1. Add more structure to your tasks. If you take just one thing out of this video, please take this one. Every time before you start your workday, make sure you have a clear to-do list for the day. It should contain the tasks that you must absolutely achieve no matter what today, as well as the tasks that would be great to achieve if you still have time. I have done it for several years now and can assure you that it really works. It helps to build some momentum for you, as well as removes some stress of otherwise rather cumbersome, unstructured bunch of tasks. The more concrete the task is, the better. At the same time, remember to keep it realistic, as too much workload is one of the main triggers of procrastination. Have this to-do list somewhere near you, so it helps you to keep focused on the things that really matters and then mark all of the completed tasks. You know, this feeling when you have completed all of your tasks for the day is amazing in the evening. It gives you some clarity about what's coming, and most importantly, you write it on paper so you can just leave it there and forget about it till the next moment. Which leads me to my next tip. Tip number 2. Once your workday is over, it's over. Like literally, no more a few more minutes to complete a certain task, or no checking your email just to make sure that you haven't missed something. Nothing. Just relax and enjoy the time with the people who are important for you. It's important for your brain to have some rest, to relax and refresh, to be able to feel motivated the next morning to work again. Otherwise, if all of your thoughts would be like, gosh, I have so much on my plate, how am I supposed to deal with all of that? Chances are pretty soon you're gonna feel exhausted, demotivated, and you're likely to start procrastinate. Tip number 3. Put your phone away. In the era of instant gratification, your smartphone is like a bait for you. It's laying there and like telling you, hey, just let's make a break. Take me for a few minutes. Let's have some fun. There is so much interesting going on in Facebook, Instagram, or whatever you're using. I mean, nothing bad can happen. A few minutes of fun and then you can continue your work. It's a perfect excuse for you to procrastinate. In fact, it's much more harmful than it might seem to be. It's not even that time that you waste, which, let's be honest, usually ends up to be much more than a few minutes. It's rather this interruption of the state of the flow that you were in that is the biggest problem here. It's not like your brain can easily shift between deep work and checking your email, inbox, or Instagram feed back and forth in a matter of seconds. Even if it might seem so, science clearly says it can't. I try to avoid distractions as much as possible during my workday. So first of all, I removed all of the unnecessary notifications which might pop up any second and unceremoniously break into my brain. Secondly, I have a rule that I can't use any of those distracting apps during my workday. You can just block all of those apps on your phone within a few clicks till let's say 6 or 7 p.m. It really works, and last but not least, unlike your to-do list, never have your phone anywhere near you when you work. Instead, turn off the sound and put it somewhere you can't see it while working. If you are working on a laptop, it's also very important to make sure that you are not bombarded with notifications every now and then. Instead, block some time in your calendar to deal with all of those emails, messages, and stuff alike. So, what do we have in the end of the day to remember out of this video? Passive procrastination is bad. It leads to a miserable and unsuccessful life. Active procrastination is good. It allows you to perform all of the tasks just in time, still maintaining a high quality, and be somewhat spontaneous as well. To be more productive, add more structure to your work days, don't forget to relax afterwards, and of course, put your phone as well as all of the other distractions at distance. And of course, follow this channel to get even more helpful ideas. I hope I have been of service to you today. If you have learned at least one new thing today which you think might be important for you, might be useful for you, feel free to put your thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more educational content. If you're about to watch just one more video right now, I highly encourage you to take a look at this one. It contains a lot of powerful insights about how insanely productive you can be, and it is based on a scientific proof. I'm gonna publish it soon, so if you currently don't see it, you might just see the video that YouTube thinks you should watch next. A good reason to subscribe to the YouTube channel, not to miss it. Be productive, and so on. That's not what I expected. Never mind. And it's based on a scientific proof.